Good morning, Fannergadi, good morning. We are live apparently. Yes, sir. Okay. So, let me see. Good afternoon, Fudud Shubham. We have been waiting for a long time already. Hello, Pink Hunter. Hello. And greetings to everyone who watches my live streams after like the recordings. So there's a lot of folks that they can't make it to the stream, but they watch the recording. Hello, NQ Future Stalk. Good morning. So yesterday, as we know, we had 3 accounts which were sim, and we tried flipping them, and one of them blew up. The first one. The 2 others, they hit, and thank you for Nishiban. And then I passed another one out of 2, and I also managed to clear the buffer on it. So it's this account, this first one, 5835 ending. And I was considering, because I didn't have time to do all the eval flips. So what I did was I pushed them off stream, the evals, during New York Open, like after 9 AM. I recorded the entire session. If you go to the description of this video, you can find it's like 1 hour long, and I was stuck in a trade for like 30 plus minutes. It was horrible price action, but like after the Open, you could see, you know, it might be good. I mean, I was cutting size at least. For example, I was doing 2 minis at times during the New York Open. Probably 1 even would have been fine because of the micro scalping rule. Tradify is the toughest one to do this on, right? But the entire session, every purchase, every reset, everything is noted in the. It's noted in the description. I was thinking of making a mega link, but it's better to have it like unlisted. There's no camera, there's no microphone. It's just me doing it. There is some background music though in it, but. Also, during that time, one of the accounts hit the 9-second rule, so I have to take care of that so that we don't get hit by microscalping there. I mean, it was 9 seconds, not 10 seconds, so that's the microscalping rule. Also, because yesterday when I ended the stream, I had this. I'm not sure. It's probably easier if I show it like this. There was one trade which filled only partly, right? So I think I went short. Yeah, I went short here. It only filled 1 contract out of 4 on the eval. This was on stream, the very last one, and that took TP. Then it didn't give this. I took a new coin flip. It gave me long. Tapped me out to the tick. I was liquidated here and then ran up, which would have been my TP, but you know, nothing to be done there. So that account, if someone was wondering, that was a blower. The very last one yesterday that I took. Overall, we have spent. So I used 4 resets yesterday during the recording. Of course, everything is recorded, so I have this much left now. Funded God raised a good question, or a concern. He said that Tradify now has a rule where they move you live at like 10, 10 lifetime payouts or something. Well, I'm at 19 lifetime payouts, so technically I should already be live. So the question is, if I take these accounts, put them live, I mean take a payout, do I automatically get moved into live? So I have to consider whether it's worth resetting these or not. Now I want 5 payouts, because it doesn't matter what my balance is here. If I have any balance, even if it's 0, if I can get 5 payouts, I'm in profit in sim. If they move me live right after too. And when I go live, you know, I will full port that. I will do it on stream as well. Hello Michelle, hello Wafa, Namdo, my friend, Trader00. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the easier one, which is going to be this, right? Let me see. So I'm gonna do some flips here. 2 minis. Sim 2 mini. Oh, hold on. No, that's full pot. That's incorrect. I want the flip. 1 mini flip. So there we go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, heads. Join bid. I'm not sure if this will fill. I'm not that patient necessarily. Wow, there's like even less volatility today than yesterday. There we go. So this one is filled, and we just let it go. I might add another mini, but again, just to speed things up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. If it gives me. So that's gonna be 4.25 of the average. Well, it doesn't seem like it wants to give it to me, which is kind of annoying. Let me see if I can just squeeze it in somewhere. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, there we go. Remove that, remove that. I need 4.25. I'm not sure where my calculator went. 4.25 plus the average, 819. I'm only doing this because, you know, I want progress. I don't have the entire day to do this. 82375. 823.75. And that's gonna be a sell limit because I'm long, and that's gonna be with TP, which is gonna cover commission as well. I just waited for the micro scalping 10-second rule to be over, and now this is just way riskier to do this, but I don't have that much time, right? I can't be waiting. If it's gonna do this the entire day, I mean, I just don't have time. So looks like the first flip today is also kind of cursed because it went that much into the drawdown, but this is still all fine. But it's a bit unfortunate because I haven't had an easy flip where it just goes straight to TP yet, I think. But it's fine. How many funders do you have? I have these 3. Yeah, I lost one yesterday. Good morning, 44 the Punisher. Smoke, hello. Magnus, in the end, a giveaway announcing. Well, I mean, I can't give away my Fen Futures accounts on my stream, but whenever I can get enough points from the codes I used, yeah, I'll give those away. Which, you know, it shouldn't be too difficult. But what is that name? Oh, Ab88888. Damn, that's tough to read. So it doesn't look very good so far. The first flip again is kind of cursed. I am down 700. It was straight draw. I don't think it flicked even green at one point, which is a bit of a shame. But we just wait. More so again. The issue with this is it's on stream, so it takes ages to play out if it does this. But so I can actually show you this too. Why not? Lifetime. I think you should be able to see this. Let me just double check. Yeah, you can see this. So this was yesterday, right? The entire recording, that was one trade. I think it was a blower, but I was stuck in like this range, this specific trade. I was stuck in for 30 minutes before the open. It was absolutely horrible. Yeah, I was stuck, and it just look. I did this dinosaur thing, right? The Google Dinosaur disconnect. That's literally what it was, man. So it was just horrible price action. But once the open happened, I'm still stuck in it, you know. The entire recording is mostly just me being stuck for 50% of the time. But when we get to the New York Open, that's when I kept doing and pushed the other evals. And what I did was I basically just coin flipped them. And I was using 2 minis for them. And again, of course, I show every flip. Let me see. Should be right here. me see. Wow. I don't know. Okay, there we go. You saw the so I'm changing the account here, and then I'm doing a flip here. So everything was recorded, so no one can say that it wasn't. And it was only evals. And I guess in a sense it's good because it shows what I do if I would do it during New York, because I can't be streaming it because I'm busy then, right? But yeah, so it's in the description as like unlisted, just in case someone wants to see. But there's not a whole lot to see, really, apart from me maybe cutting to 2 minutes. So. Do you mind speaking a little on your risk models for evals versus funded, whatever you have time? Can you be a little bit more, what's it called, specific? Because, I mean, risk models, for evals, it doesn't matter if I do this experiment or what, I always go all in on the evals, right? I'm not here to waste time. And for me, I just consider it like this, right? If the eval has a 33% chance of passing, not these are tougher, these are 25, and the price is 100, I just multiply them. So 33, which is 3, obviously 3 times 100 is 300. So I expect it to cost $300 for me to get an eval, and that's it. I compute it into the entire eval cost level. When I go to the website of, say, MFU, and I look at an account, then I think, okay, how much is this gonna cost? Well, I do the math, and then, okay, that's what I can expect. I don't know for sure, but it can be less too, you know? I usually buy many accounts anyway. For funded, this is kind of the point of the entire experiment. Day one, I use the entire balance because it's not real money at that point yet. It's just fake DD. That 2,000 you get on a 50k account that's not real money. But you can use it to make 2k at a 50% ratio, right? But this is not real money, right? And you did definitely not pay 2,000 to pass. So that's where the edge comes from. And then after that, I floor my risk and go for base hits, lock in the profits. Why, when you clear the buffer, you're still full porting the accounts if you look for only 160 max? Because, you mean, why am I still doing this 2 minute thing? Well, first of all, you have to realize this is kind of rare, like being this kind of unlucky. Like, I've actually been very unlucky on the flips. So, because this is the same thing. Going 700 drawdown is the same as losing 1 coin flip, 2 coin flip, and I think 3 coin flips in a row. If this is considered like a martingale. Like, this distance is the same thing. Because, again, you risk, you want 150, so you risk minus 150 on the trade. But once it gets to minus 150, you're not cutting the trade. So you want to make the entire 300 on the next one because you still want to hit this one, right? This profit. So next time you're risking minus 300, right? Okay, so it's 2 coin flips in a row, but a little bit more. Because then at the next one, if you lose that, now you're down minus 450. And now you need to make minus 450 and plus 150, which is 600. So now you're risking 600 to make 600, which is another coin flip. You see, it's like a martingale inside of the trade itself. But the reason I do it is because, look, I could do stop loss, risk 150 for 150. I could do a stop loss, but math-wise, it's better to go without the stop loss. I did the math on it. You get bigger payouts, and not only do you get bigger payouts, but you also get quicker payouts, bigger and quicker. And the quicker you get them, I mean, there's gonna be a turnover. Like, the quicker you make cash, the better, right? It doesn't. Okay, some accounts blow up here and there, yeah, but you also get bigger payouts, and then the quicker you get payouts, you can buy more accounts, and you can do more accounts, and you can get more payouts. You see, so it's just all snowballs. But math-wise, it's just better to go with them. Now, if I don't have capital, that's a different thing. If there's a capital constraint, then sure, I would do stop loss, and I've done it, but it. And expect that if you think about it, you hit your full port, then you need 4 more winning days. How long is it gonna take you to get those 4 more winning days going 50-50 with a stop loss? Well, it's gonna cost you, it's gonna take you 8, right? Because you can expect 4 wins and 4 losses. So you can expect around 8 days, worst case. Or like, not worst case, but like that's kind of the norm. It depends, of course, on the distribution of wins and losses as well. But that would be 2 weeks then. While if you go without a stop loss, that's 1 week. So, and that's a nasty drop, by the way. You almost recovered, but that is nasty. It's kind of a shame if I blow another one, because I really haven't done a whole lot of flips, and you know, blowing 2 of them, and the first one, both yesterday, and if this one blows as well, is kind of unlucky. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty unlucky. Yes, and you know, when there's a 40% consistency, right? You can just look. Let me actually have this in the background, because just so we can watch it as well. 40% consistency. You want to make 3,000. You can make 1,200 on a day. It's beneficial math-wise, but it's so little. It's like less than 1%. If you make 1,200 day 1, then 1,200 day 2, and then 600 day 3. That's beneficial math-wise. But it's. I just keep it at 1,000. Tradify is, again, it's the hardest one to pass because the 40% consistency. 50% is way easier, and it's quicker too. Because if I blow on day 2, now I wasted 2 entire days and need to try again. It makes a big difference, big difference. And then also the micro scalping rule is super annoying. So I'm kind of doing this on hard mode. Any 50% like My Fair Futures, Lucid, Top Step, they'll be easier. Answered your question. Oh, perfect. Wanted Monster Gang, yeah. I actually had a few drinks yesterday, but you know, I at this point it's like, of course I could have said, alright, I'm gonna be sick or something today. I actually feel great, so I don't have an issue. But at this point, I have people who show up to my streams and expect me to be here and want to see me and you know, I want to learn. So it's almost a sense of pride. You want to be here because of it. So, you know, that's why I'm here. Because actually, of course, it also I want to make money, but like, you know, if I take 1 day off, it's not the end of the world. It looks like we get bailed out. But the fact that there are people who want to learn and actually, you know, that could change their lives potentially, or at least their financial situation currently, and that's a different thing, right? It feels different to me. So it did bail me out. That's decent. 5835. So we just add a winning day here, just to keep track, and then we go to the next one, which is 2112. So it's, as you can see, I'm pretty organized when it comes to this stuff. But you kind of need it, especially if you run many firms at once. Okay, let's see if this one goes minus 50. Because at this point, it's a 50-50 chance. Either it hits my TP, or it goes minus 150 first, right? Well, roughly. You also have the commission stuff. So again, well, I'm not sure if it flicked the minus 150. Not quite. But if it goes any lower, then it would have flicked the minus 150. Which is kind of unlucky. But, you know, I mean, chart-wise, I don't know, it doesn't look good or bad. It's just whatever, it's just a massive range again. So yeah, I'm still here because of it. I'm learning math finally. Yeah, but the math is not hard, is it? Like now you can see it, as you can see at least. I've heard people say like probabilities and stuff like, the math I don't feel is difficult at all. And most people agree, but they can't see it firsthand until after I show it. And then like, ah, okay, that makes sense. So I think maybe that's the reason why no one has been showing it. Because maybe it's tough to see before. I've always been good at probabilities. Like I'm pretty good at math overall. But probability theory is like that's my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna add another one here. Because I just, you know, speed things up a little. I'm gonna remove this, I'm gonna remove this. And I know by heart it's 4.25 ticks on points. 4.25 on Tradify, 813.25, 817.5. Quantity, oh yeah. There we go. Let's see if something bad happens. This wouldn't be too good if this one comes below here, I'm not gonna lie. But whatever. Good morning, Sia Trades. Sia, where are you from? Like where on the globe? I have no clue. I tried the small risk and slow grind for evols. It was a pain. It takes like one tilt day to blow the account despite having consistent days. I would assume you use a slow grind. Small scale slow. Oh, you mean you go slow with evals? Yeah. I mean, evals, even if you don't have a lot of cash, I don't necessarily recommend you go very aggressive on evals, because you don't have the money to spend, right? When I did it, I went pretty slow, not like turbo slow, but maybe I risked like 300, 400 a trade and traded kind of like, this was way back when I didn't have much, right? I would go like 300, 400 risk or whatever. But yeah, this is a different approach, definitely. But for me, like, for me it's a waste of time to be in the evil, especially when I know that if I just do it in a specific way, like methodical, mechanical way, I just win. I have a positive EV. All of this is, you can see, very organized. Apart from, yeah, well, this is just to show proof, right? I don't need that anymore. But how much a cards purchased resets, of course, but this is the most important thing, so you can track the winning days, because you will lose count otherwise. So we can actually do this. I know already I'm not gonna purchase any accounts. Yeah, no, I have enough. Yeah, resets, I don't know yet, we'll see. I think Apex CEO showed it, but he showed in the light of people scamming Apex. They did the same, full port to clear the buffer on PA, then flip. He said this before. Yeah, I remember something about them churning accounts, like, but that's insane, the amount of churning. And they would hedge too, they would go long metals and then short on the other metal. So, but yeah, I actually did the math on Apex as well way back, but it doesn't make sense to do the math on Apex, because I mean, they'll just move you live if you do too well. So it's even worse than other countries. So and why not getting more profit than the future stock? It's just because for me, the only thing that matters at this point is I want the winning day, right? So I could go for more on, say, the first one that I took. I could go for more, but why? Because I have already reached my objective. The only thing at this point that matters to get a payout, which is the only thing I'm trading for at this point, is payouts. And the only thing that matters is I get winning days, not that I make much, like a certain amount of profit anymore. So I could, but then it should have been better to go for it day one. So it's a little bit late for that. Yeah, ND01, he has tried my concept as well. He's been doing pretty well with it. I know the guy personally, so. Can you do a challenge when you trade normal? Maybe, but I don't know. I think there are a lot of people who trade normal as well, and that's not really. I'm not sure if that's my strength. I mean, there are a lot of influencers. There's a bubble in influencers. They're all teaching something or running some course, and everyone's affiliate code whoring. It's just, yeah. I think you was happy for France yesterday. No, I was watching the entire game. I was so happy when France took the penalty. Yeah, but no can do. I mean, they played well. Morocco they caught the ball, the goalkeeper. I tried the small, though I was very bad at maths, but later when I came into business, I'm doing well enough. It's all about money. Yeah, I mean, you learn, right? That's what I thought is not acceptable. The flip thing. I mean, technically on MFU as well, right? They say that you're not allowed to flip. Okay, like that's not allowed. That's what they say. But so far, I've never heard of anyone catching a ban from it, right? And this is not to recommend them doing that, but haven't seen. It's more like a discouragement. Why? Because they know they will lose on it. So, but this is more like for the pro account or something. I mean, they don't really want people to hit 100,000 on one trade and then flip. Like actually take one micro for the next week just to keep the activity. That's more so what they mean. So, but even so, like MFU is super lax. Like, I don't know. Like when I trade with MFU, I have only positive experience with them. Customer support too. I mean everything. Of course, I work at my Myfunny TV now, but even so, like Even so, now that I know it inside and out, I can tell you, like, it's a good prop firm, it's a safe one. But I also, even as a customer, I had a good experience with them, so. Oh, you're from India? Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm good at math, but funny if I suck at probability. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who are like that. I remember there was a kid, me and him, we used to fight a lot. That one hit, by the way, in school. We used to fight a lot, right? And this guy, we used to be like on the same level in math, but then something happened and he just, like his knowledge in math just exploded. He was kind of a dickhead towards me, to be honest, but his math knowledge exploded and he was like very far beyond me. This was when I was like maybe 16, something like that, around those times. And I just want to get filled here, but it doesn't really want to let me. Maybe if I just leave it for a bit. But I remember, like, no, it doesn't want to fill. Come on, so annoying. I remember, like, despite him, like, going past me in his math knowledge, because we used to both be like the top of the class. When it came to probability theory, a course in it, he was like, "What is this? This is not math." He hated it. He said it's not math, whatever that means. But for me, it just came naturally. I loved it. It was like a fun thing to do, to learn about probability. So yeah, it's definitely individual. Some people it just clicks for, some people not. And he was a super smart guy, way better than me in math, in every other regard. But when it came to probability theory, I was good on that. Good at that, very good. So I think it looks better. Maybe we actually get a... Oh my goodness, it went to the tick. That's a shame. But I did get bailed out on the two other ones, which were in a bit of a bad situation, so... Do even 5k influencers make a lot of money? Well, 5k in what? Subs? Or like YouTube subs? Or X followers? Need to be more specific. But I don't know how much they make. But they probably make like a decent chance, right? Your biggest fan, Ari in Finland. Estimies. Ari in... Oh, I know who this is. I was actually drinking with him yesterday. Looks like he doesn't have a hangover. It's funny, his name is Estimies, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much the sub 5k influencers make, to be honest. I mean, they probably make a pretty chunk, but not like a crazy amount, right? You met Matt Leach in person. What kind of person is he? Super kind, man. He's super kind. Super kind. Much kinder than I thought. Good morning, Anna. Hello. What is how people keep getting massive payouts without being moved to live? Blow the account on purpose. Depends on what firm you're talking about, but probably because they're affiliates, right? Do you have a strategy for normal trading day? Yeah, I mean, I have many. I went over them a little bit yesterday, but I feel like it's kind of boring as well. I mean, the strategy doesn't matter nearly as much as risk sizing, right? You want to size your trades in a certain way. Oh, that's annoying. You see how it filled, or it didn't fill. It went to the tick, but did not fill. That's kind of annoying. Because it did hit the price, right? Oh, it didn't. It was actually one... Let me see. So 904.50. Low. Yeah, okay, so it was one tick away. You see that in the box low. 804.75, so it was one tick away. But that's, you know, that's gonna happen. And it's normal even to hit the price and then bounce. I have actually lost many accounts that way, where it hits the price but then bounces. But there's nothing you can do about it, right? It doesn't help. You crashing out is not gonna change anything, right? So, yo, Green. Hello, good morning. And Albert Veska, I forgot to greet you as well, I think. X followers. Well, I mean, I have 2,000 followers now on X, right? And I started this 31st of July last year, so this is less than a year, right? And I tell you, I'm not making a dime, so... But then again, I don't have an affiliate code, so it's tough for me to tell. But X-wise, I don't have enough impressions, for example, to make anything from X. But I know some are. That would be cool. I would actually... That I would take, if I'd get paid for just posting. That would be fun. But, you know, I think you need like a ridiculous amount of impressions for that to happen. So it's just something that would be cool to have, but I don't really expect. I remember when Swift funding went down, Matt took those who passed challenge. I don't know what Swift funding is, to be honest. Yo, Kuseritor, hello. What is the secret meeting happening without me? Well, I mean, you're in here now, so who invited you? Kuseritor, where are you from? Are you from the UK or the States? I was one of them. Okay. I just want to check I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. Hopefully not. If I did, then just ask it again. Good morning, MMNQS. Pedro, my friend, how are you? Spain or Belgium today? Belgium, I hope. But Spain is tough, of course. But I think Belgium has a real shot, and also I'm gonna be on Belgium's side anyway. Just because Spain is just too good in general. I want things to be spicy. I was on Morocco's side yesterday, for example. But then again, if Spain wins, it's better because I don't want Argentina to win. That's the most important thing. Just anyone but Argentina. Even Spain is better. Lukaku took a minute watch. Well, we'll see. Okay, Funded God, not focused today, entered into micros when we're supposed to be minis. Yeah, but I've done that too. It's not the end of the world. The thing is, you're gonna make these stupid mistakes, right? And you're gonna learn from them as well. Even this, like, you can say that, oh, this is not real trading or whatever. But if it makes money, it makes money, right? So, but the point is, this is an approach where you can do things right and you can do things wrong. And you learn that as well. Like, there's many things you could do right. You could forget to put the ATM on. I've done that many times. You could put the incorrect size. We've done that too. Like you said, you could do micros instead. You enter an incorrect account. You even delete an account which was passed. Right? You pass an account and accidentally delete it from the dashboard. Everything. Microscalping, of course. So, Mohammedin, good morning. Today keyword Argentina. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. But then again, there may be people in the chat who are on Argentina's side, and I can't really put anything anti-Argentina there either because of it. Pass an account. Here it's fine though. Pass an account and delete it. That would suck a lot. Yeah, but it has happened. But it's not the end of the world either. I mean, if you run many accounts, it's not the end of the world. The same thing is like, if I'm out sometimes somewhere and I maybe buy someone a drink or something, when they look at the drink and they're like, oh my goodness, this is 20 euros, and I'm telling you, like, this is not that much. Like, it's not the end of the world, because imagine do you understand how much I blow during these evals, for example? Like, that's $70, or actually it's like $100, just 116 even, gone just like that, over and over again. Like, that drink is nothing. Even so, it kind of skews your perspective as well in that sense, where things that used to be expensive in your eyes in real life no longer is that expensive after you get used to just essentially throwing money away like these evils. But again, this is not like, first of all, it's not financial advice, but this is not something I would do if I would lose money. Absolutely not. But it's something I will do because I will win money on it. And I have people in the EX saying like, this is a crazy challenge. So we hit all these. I'm gonna update that. People in the EX, they say, oh, this is a crazy challenge, right? Let me see. Yeah, that's correct. And I don't see it as crazy because I'm expecting to make money. Actually, I'm on track. I'm on track to do it right now. So I have 3 accounts. I'm gonna focus today. I'm gonna focus on the evals with 52k. You can see I have quite a lot of them. Hopefully I can pass and then I can full port them. 8-4. Where is it? Oh, I can't see it. 8425. Why can I not see it? There we go. So 4. Actually, I need to know. I need to check if this one has like a microscalping thingy. Orders. So filled fill time. This one is over a minute. That's fine. What about this week? Because I kind of lost track on them, which is not good on my part. I should mark them, but this account is fine. It didn't have anything. Yeah. and then change this. Remember to change this, and then we go here. And now, if this account would be hit with the microscalping thingy, at this point it doesn't matter because the two others did not get hit by the microscalping, you see? So, I once deleted a Founder account 1 day from payout, 2k payout I wanted to delete myself. That's horrible. And you can open a ticket, but they probably won't fix it, right? Because they will say like, we can't fix it, so. I'm low-key rooting for Norway. Norway's fine, yeah. Sure, it would be cool if they won as well. I mean, I'm from the Nordics, so not too far away. Okay, that was the order filled. Mind the day was, I think I forgot to greet you. Good morning, my friend, good morning. So, 1000 coffee is gone. ES is clear right now. It's rare compared to NQ, absolutely chopping. Yeah, but this is, I mean, look at this. This is not the best price I choose it, but maybe we get something soon. But this is, yeah, it's not the best. I mean, in general, we are in a range, but let's see. Yeah, this is, it reminds me of the thing we had before open yesterday, which was, wait, this was too far away. This, no. Yeah, exactly, this was horrible. This is a 5-minute chart. But that was 9 AM, like, this at least I can understand. This I don't understand, because it was 9 AM, it should move. But this I can understand, because this is, you know, it's the middle of the night, basically. Even if it's London Open and stuff. But Frankfurt Open was a little bit of a moderate volatility, but it's fine. So, right now I'm just gonna push these evils, and then as I get them, I'm gonna full port them. Is there anything you would like me to go over, or something? Just go on and request them. I'm all ears. Like I could do that. Adam Das, good morning. Good morning, my friend. Or if you have any questions regarding this specific method or something, then shoot, of course. Otherwise, I'll still be here for at least 1.5 hours. So, hello, Gamble Rumble. I like the name, Gamble Rumble. When you're not coin flipping with this strat, normally would you still full port on a day like this where it's consolidating? Well, I don't know if it's consolidating, right? But let's say I wouldn't be full porting, or well, I wouldn't be coin flipping. For simplicity's sake, I don't know if this one took out. Let me see on the actual NQ chart. Let me see. I mean, this is a tough one, because this is technically still an uptrend. Nothing structure-wise has changed here. As long as this one is holding here, this is support for me. So I would consider higher prices still. Yeah. I think Thursday, Monday. I mean, current week high, which would be this. I guess that would be a decent target to look for today. At current time. Now, if it closes below this, then maybe I would look for a shorter. So yes, if I would be full porting, I would probably full port and go long. Because I look at, you know, I look at the order blocks holding and stuff, and I have very specific rules for when it breaks an order block or like a support and resistance. If you really want, I can go over it at some point, but it's not really that important. Like whatever your system is, that's what matters, right? Your edge, everything. But the approach of full porting doesn't change. It's the same thing. So I will certainly do it, because it just gives me the edge. Why would I not use? Imagine you can go to a casino, you pay $300 to get $2,000 worth of chips, right? You would go all in with that. But when it comes to accounts, like funded accounts, we don't do that. But that's essentially what you do. You pay $300 to pass an account, you get $2,000 in chips, which is the drawdown. Wow, I speak like Eminem today. Whew. But people don't do that. But it makes perfect sense, really. And the math is not hard to see either. Norway is rich, even richer than, yeah, but it's expensive as well. ES is clear right now. It's rare compared to, I read that. So Sahil, yes, I would full port. It doesn't change anything. The only thing that changes is the time, okay? So, normally, you have 3 safe full port. One at open, 6 PM, when the day opens. One at 3 AM, London, This is my way of dividing it, and then one at 9:30 New York. So you can safely at least full port 3 accounts, and they're gonna hit if you do it during this time, pretty much every single day. Now, if we have this kind of volatility we have had, it's better, right? I mean, you're gonna hit a lot of accounts during this kind of volatility, but when it's dead, these are like the safe times in my experience. So what I would do is I would put it on, so I'm from Europe, right? I'm from Finland. I would put it on a trade full port. I would either guess it goes up or down based on the structure on 1 hour usually. At 6 p.m. when the market opens, I put on a trade, I go sleep, I wake up, 3 a.m. Okay, this account has hit. And then I look at 3 a.m. Okay, what does it look like now? I put on another trade on that. Then I wait. And usually, sometimes it can take over New York Open, but usually it hits before. And then before New York Open, I do it again. So that's the way I do it. But if it hits quicker, then of course, even better. One quick notice, it was easy to trade EVOs, but full porting for 50 points is a hell. In what sense? Is it like a psychological hell, or is it just hell because it doesn't move? Or is it difficult, or what? Might bounce here, you think? So if you just look at the chart, I don't know if this necessarily looks too good. I mean, you have 2 lows here, right? This seems a little bit sus. So I'm not super confident. But for now, as long as it holds this and doesn't close below, this is still support holding for me. For now. But if it closes below this, for me, that's a structure change. So I would still expect upside, but I've seen better structures than this, right? Okay, hold on. How do you like the music, by the way? This is 90s hip hop. I think, yeah, Biggie and, well, Big, I guess his name is. I'm not sure if his name is Biggie. I like longs too. So a stupid question, but as far as, oh, hello, Santosh. But as far as your full port, why are you not using Apex? Cheap EVO, you only pay yourself. So, Apex has the buffer, but the buffer is fine. The issue is if you can't withdraw the buffer, that's a problem, because that's going to affect the math, right? Because you can pass the buffer, but if you can't withdraw it, then that's an issue. These I can withdraw into the buffer, like whatever I make is profit that I can withdraw. And also Apex, if you run too many accounts, they'll literally just move you live, and the live, you get a 3k account or it doesn't exist, so just drop you on the profit. So that's why I don't trust them. I did one Apex account just for fun, and I passed it on the first try. I think it was a 1-day pass, maybe. But then I blew up in Sim, just one, like a 25k. That's all I have there. How much dollar in EVO spend I need to get one funded about on average? So, depends on the firm, but have we done math on Lucid 25k? I don't think I have. This is what I would advocate everyone. In fact, the ND01 guy as well, he was in the chat earlier. He also talked about this on X yesterday. Look at this. Profit target 1 to 50, 50% consistency, and max loss is 1000. Okay. If we do the math on that, what it is if we take half of that, 1 to 50 divided by 2, right? Because 2 days, 50% consistency, it's 625. Now, if we go and we do the math on it, the formula again is it's stop loss divided by TP plus stop loss. Okay, and then winning days, right? Winning days, like so. So in this case, stop loss would be 1000. That's your maximum loss limit. So you put 1000. Your TP was, again, what we computed to make in 1 day, content in 2 days, 625, and then plus the stop loss. But let's just do it so you can see it, like so. And if we do this, 1000 divided by 1625, you get this. So this is the probability of hitting one of them. Remember, you need to add the winning days as well, and you need 2 of them, right? Because you need to do it twice in a row. Okay, so you use power of 2. I could have used that one too. So the probability to pass a Lucid 25k is nearly 38%. This is way higher than any other firm. But You see how it's 37. So if you want to use this, let's just use the 25k Lucid as this example. How much would it cost to pass? The price of it is $70. Your probability of passing is this much. I think, let me just do it quickly. I'm not sure I do it correct here, but if I see the answer, I'll know. So what I would do is I take 70 divided by the probability. Oh, I did it incorrectly. Well, it wasn't 0.378. Just round it to that. Yeah, that's it about right. So I divide the price with the probability of passing one. So the expected pass price should be a little over $185. That's what you can expect. So what, on average, if you just coin flipped it, you can expect in order to pass this, that would cost you $185. And yeah, and but then you also it's not even true, because the reset fee is also lower. You see how it's $60 instead of 70. So it's in fact it's lower because it's not 70 every single time. So if we say it's like 1/3, which it's higher than 1/3, but it would be 70 because you buy the account, then you reset twice, so 120, then you get 190. But again, your probability was 37%, so it's a little bit more complicated computation, but that's how you compute the probability of passing and what the expected price would be to pass. If you just went go 50-50, now if you have an edge, that can be cheaper. If you don't have an edge, that can be more expensive. That's another fill. So I blew this account, this eval, which it's fine. It was a day, it had 52k, so that kind of, you know, it's not the best, but it's not too bad. Okay, 2538, and we go the next one. Heads is a long. I don't know if this is gonna fill. I think it's gonna fill. Come on. Oh, there we go. Whatever. Alberto, good morning. Teach us full porting. Yeah, I will. Let me just pass an account that'll teach you, but there's not a whole lot there. Nothing special really. Like nothing much changes. And I've done a few already, but I mean the second I pass one of these accounts, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all like need 1,000 more. I blew up one of them though. So let's see if we pass some of them. It doesn't move and I had bad luck yesterday. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely frustrating when it doesn't move. It is. But it's like if you want to full port, like I mentioned those 3 times, you can expect 3 of them during each day safely. And bad luck, I mean, it's just part of a long sequence. You know, you can't rely on luck either. You just gotta essentially keep going and let the math play out. On the 25k Lucid, what would you target for the profit for a full port funded? So you could do, if I usually go for 1-to-1, which is 1,000, but in fact on the 25k Lucid I would go for 2,000 day one. That would be a 2-to-1 trade. I think it depends on your lifetime payouts as well. But if we go and look at this, the optimal math-wise payout cap is 50% up to 1,000. Okay, so it's maybe not 1,000 then, or 2,000. I would probably go for 1,600, 1.6 hour, something like that, maybe. Because if I do that, then if I have 1,600, I only need 4 winning days of 100, and I'd get to 2,000, which allows me to take the max payout. And that would also give me the highest probability of making this thing succeed. And if they move me live, I don't lose anything on it because I have half left. So they move me live and then I just get this as a live account. So that's what I would do. 1.6 hour. It's a little bit specific approach, but it's because I don't want to overshoot this payout cap. I could, I just don't want to. But at the same time, 1,000 feels like it's a little bit too little, because when you take the payout, it's going to be more difficult to keep going as well. Keep the account going if you don't have any buffer left. So 1.6 hour would probably be what I would do, but 2 hour is fine too, I guess. I mean 1 hour of course you could do with that too, but Rosanjo, hello. Greetings. Welcome. Good morning, Magnus. How are you? I forgot about the stream. Hello, Frequency. I'm good. Honestly, I'm pretty good. Given that I had a few drinks yesterday, I feel way better than I feel completely refreshed. Honestly, which is kind of surprising. So I feel really great actually. Thank you, and I hope you feel great too. Hip hop is better for my taste than the techno from previous days. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, some of the techno is fine, but most of it is not very. It's not good, right? How old am I? I'm turning 27 this year, so I'm 26. And to calculate dollars spent for funded above buffer will be multiplied. Wait, what does that mean? D-Hedge, I'm trying to understand. And to calculate dollars spent for funded above buffer. Oh, you mean we need to compute also like how much you can expect. Okay. You remember how it was 185 to pass, right? I think it was 185. So if this is the cost to pass a 25k flex, then in order to get above buffer, well, if you would go for a 50-50, then you can just double this, right? If you go for 1k buffer, you double it, okay? And then that would be whatever that would be. But let's say we want to use the ratio 2, okay? So you go for a 2-to-1. So you risk 1,000 to make 2,000 on day 1. Well, what is the probability of hitting a 2-to-1 trade? This is something you can compute with the formula. Again, stop loss divided by TP plus stop loss. It's very simple. So that means stop loss, which is 1 in this case, divided by TP plus stop loss equals 1/3. Okay, meaning you need 3 attempts in funded to clear the buffer on average. So that means if the cost of passing is 185 or whatever it was, then you take 185. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. 185 multiplied by 3. Okay, and then you get 185 times multiplied by 3. You get 555. So the expected cost to clear a buffer and have not just clear the buffer but have 2,000 in profits on a lucid 25k is roughly 500, 555. Okay. And then to go for the flip days, well, you only need 100, but you have 2,000 in drawdown. So stop loss in this case 2,000 divided by stop loss plus TP, 2,100, right? 100 winning day. And then, okay, I can't move anymore, but you need to do power of 4, right? Because you need 4 more winning days. And then you get this. 2,000 divided by 2,100 power of 4. You get this. You have 82% chance after buffer is clear to get a payout. Which we can say, let's say it's 4 out of 5, right? That's 80%. And so this is your probability. So if you want to be really like, you remember how it was 1/3 to clear the buffer? Well, if it's 4 out of 5 to then get the winning days, you can multiply these and you get 4 out of 3 times 15 is 15. So whatever this is. And the price was 185, remember? So 4 divided by 15. Your probability is 0.26, which is a little over a 4. Like 1 out of 4, right? A little over it. So I would just take the 4, multiply it with this. And that is gonna give you 4 times 185. So it should cost you $740 to get a payout. And how much is the payout? Well, it's 900, because it's 2,000, half of that, which is 1,000, and then 90% split, you get 900. Right. So already at this point you can see, of course you need to deduct the cost and so on, and then you need to consider the buffer and so on. But that's how you start the computation. I have talked about this on the first stream as well. But I can tell you, like, it's gonna be positive EV for sure on the first play for Lucid. 25k for sure. Well, I mean, hold on. How is my trade going, by the way? Oh, it's not going too great, is it? So maybe I blow 2 evils in a row then. Just kind of sad. So if the cost was, what was it? I don't know if I can get back to that, but if the cost was 740 to get a payout of 900, how much did you pay for the account? Well, you paid 185. So you remove that from the payout, right? Because you want the net profit. That means, okay, it's actually, well, we rounded down a lot, so it's gonna be around break-even profitability, right? 900 minus or expected value, so 715. So in this case, with these probabilities, when we rounded down everything, you would lose 25 on it, but this is when we rounded down everything. If we keep the true probabilities, it's gonna be around 0, so it's not gonna cost you anything. But you have account left. How much do you have left? Well, if you went with 2000 day 1, and then you took 4 more flip days, you would have 2400. 1000 of it was taken as payout, you have 1400 left. Okay, so to get another payout, you have 1400 the expected, or the remaining drawdown, divided by 1500. 1400 with this stop loss, plus TP, 100. Power of 5 in this case. And then of course, it's not exactly right, because you need to add every single day, you get bigger probability of hitting, because your drawdown increases. So the probability of getting another payout would be this. 70% probability of getting another payout. Okay. So 70%, and how much would you get? Well, 1400 plus 500 is 1900. Half of that, 0.9. And then times 0.7. So you can expect around $600 in that. So at that point, you're around $600 in profit. And you can even go for payout 3 and so on. So it's just, you just make money that way. Over the long run, math-wise, if you go 50%. Not financially wise. So this one is another blower, and that's a little bit unfortunate, but we keep going. 6962. I wonder if this one, this week. Okay, I don't know where I did that. 34.51. Yeah, that's fine. I just checked for the microscoping. Heads. That's 3 heads in a row in a downtrend, but we'll see. I'm sure I'll pass one of them soon. Interesting that the first cycle cost this much, everything else is a bonus. Yeah, well, I mean, we did the math on the first stream, right? For a 50k account. I think it was even with Tradify, which is the harder one, and it was profitable. You see, it's 25k's, it's better in the long run, I think, and the upfront cost is less. But 50k, I mean, consider the price. If the price is $70, you get 1000. So in order to get 2000, it should cost you 140, but it don't cost you 980. So this is just objectively better, always. But if you don't have funds, then it's better to go with 70, of course. That's what I would do if I don't have funds. But when we did the math on Tradify, which was the harder one, 50k was positive expected value already on payout 1, not just break even. But I just consider it break even. I'm not. That's the first payout is not what I'm focusing on. So it's just every payout you get, the expected value just keep increasing. So, and I mean, consider this. If I have 1100 left in the account, right? Here, if this is what I have left, well, if I got, how many payouts do I need to be in profit? Well, it's easy to compute, right? Because if I'd get a payout, I'd have 2600 balance, the way I do it. I wait full port day 1 and then flip 4 days with a stop loss. That's what I would get. So I would get 50% of that and 90% split. This is how much I would get. So let's say I get 4 payouts. I would get this much in profits. Well, add that to that, and I made $700, and I still have accounts left. That's not even counting for the other accounts that may pass. That's if I got 4 payouts, then I would be in profit in this entire thing. and then I can go for the next payout. Now the question is, will they move me live after that? Possibly. We'll see. But I can also tell you, if I get 5 payouts, if I spend all of this and I get 5 payouts, I'm also in profit. And then if I get live, I get 5 live accounts or whatever, I will full port them one at a time. Either I make 2,000 or blow it up. The expected of that is like, how much is that? I'm not sure what the expected of that is. Hold on. 2 or 3 should hit 2.5. So they're in between, so $4,000 or $6,000 just from that. So that's a 100% ROI on my entire expected, like, on this entire experiment, it would be a 100% ROI, right? Okay, so this one is hit. How much is the volatility here? Well, it's not a whole lot. But I rather, see, this is also why I want to push evals off stream, because I think everyone has seen how I do evals now. I mean, I just did some as well. I think it's more exciting also for the stream and to do full port sim accounts. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we get some action. Who doesn't love action? Okay, but it hasn't updated yet. So it hasn't updated yet. So I'm gonna run one more. Maybe I pass that too. And then we can do that while the other one is cooking. In fact, I may be able to reduce the tick by 1. Because I'm looking at this, right? I'm overshooting it by 50. So I wonder if I could reduce it by 1 tick even. Because then 80, 1 tick. Yeah, I could probably reduce it by 1 tick. Because it's $80 per point on 4 minis. I think I can. Let me try it. So 777. Like so. It doesn't matter a lot, but I think I should be able to reduce it. And still, because you see how when I took this trade, I am above $50. Right? So that's a little bit excess, so I don't need that much. Interesting. Thank you for explanations. Yeah, no worries. The only thing we are scared of is getting moved live before a good chunk of payouts. Look, if you don't have any lifetime payouts or very little, I wouldn't be worried about it. And it seems that Tradify is the most aggressive one right now. Lucid you have more room on. Tradify is just the hardest one. The one I'm doing right now is the hardest one, by far. If you go my friend futures, then I'm gonna move you live immediately either. Top Step is not gonna move you live, but they may restrict you if you lose too many evals. But I mean, at that point, at least I was in profit, right? The regular trading, RTP, regular trading program, whatever. So, I mean, it seems, I was in the Prop Firm Expo as well in London, and it seems the trajectory for this space overall is going to be like live accounts more so. Live, it's all live because they're losing on sim. But they should be if you can just coin flip and you win. So, but I wouldn't necessarily worry about it either. And plus, when you go live, you also get some opportunities to make money, right? Because you get just free balance. And Tradify, if you lose a live, I think you just get a cooldown, and then you can run this entire thing again, at least to 1 payout, which is break-even expectancy. Then you get free live account, and you can do the whole thing again. I was talking about your case. Oh, my case. Look, as I said, even if I get moved to live, if I get 4 payouts at current balance, I'm in profit, and then I'll get 4 live accounts. You best believe I'm gonna full port them. And I'm probably gonna hit at least one of them, so I'm just gonna make a few thousand there. In percentage wise, I started with 5,000. If I make a few thousand, that's not bad for a short period. I started this week. This is day 5, right? This is day 5. So, and I'm already these accounts. I mean, this is 2 days away from a payout, but I'm probably not gonna take a payout yet on them, even if I get like close, because I wanna push more of them to pay out, just in case I get moved live. So. I'm also gonna watch these, like, do I even wanna reset them? It depends if I even need to. Because you need to recover the first K, yeah, 4K, yeah, but look, Well, it's 3.9k, so I actually have room for one more reset if you say it like that, but it's not too bad. I only need 4 payouts. Alright. I'm not worried. And that's before live. If they move me live as well, I can make money live too. So I am not expecting to lose money on this. What else? What else? What else? What else? I can show you something which is kind of crazy. Who was here when I talked about Topstep yesterday? Like about the NDA guy. I think someone was. The guy had $40,000 in payout, or in sim profits, and he was getting ready to take a payout, right? And they moved him live. Look at this. So for those that don't know, let me see just how this is going. Okay, it's just currently it's just ranging around -1000, -2500. It's fine. If this one blows, I'll just go with another. No, actually, I'm probably gonna full port the next one. The sim. This one. So he had 5 winning days. He wanted to go with this. Well, so he, instead of getting a payout, which would have been $20,000, he got a $10,000 live account. He had $40,000 in balance, so $30,000 locked up in their stupid program where you have to make 25% to unlock 25%. No, it was more than 25% you need to make. It's ridiculous. Either way, so he was trading it, and I think he lost. So he went up a little to 12,000, then he lost until like 6.8, and then they put a DLL on him. And now I think he lost another trade, which is like he had 5 something thousand, so he lost like 50% of the balance. He gets this, right? Look at this. Guess this. I'm Dan from the Topstep Risk team. Based on your recent activity, we believe it's right time we step in before losses begin compounding. Shoulder tap. As part of this process, your live account has been temporarily locked. The one he was given, which was 25% of what he had, by the way, in sim profits. Your most recent end of day balance will move the shoulder tap express funded account. So what he gets is the remaining 5 or whatever thousand he had, since he lost 5,000 out of the 10,000 he was given, that becomes an express. So they just literally rob him from $35,000 like this. You will not be able to activate additional XFAs while in a single shoulder tap. You can continue trading and eligible for payouts if requirements are met. You can review full payout. That's unbelievable. What's happening to his 30k? They're gone. Maybe if he can activate the live funded account again, but they were locked up in like 25% increments. And then he loses 50% of the balance in live, which is out of the 10,000, he loses 5,000. And then they say, nah, this is, you need to go back to Express. So why did you move him live? Just to rob him from $30,000, and now we have $5,000 in sim instead. Unbelievable. Just crazy. And people wonder like why Topstep is hated now. Absolutely disgusting. By the way, this one completely reversed, so that's kind of nice. Yeah. He literally got robbed. I think I'm gonna ask him to make an X post about this, because this is just crazy. But he might be asleep now. He was in the chat earlier. So I'm gonna activate. I always go with the flex when I get bigger drawdown that way. And I hope it gets activated immediately. Okay, so this activated. Now, someone asked, how do I do the full port? Teach us how to full port. Well, again, this challenge is only with coin flip, so I'm gonna full port with the coin flip. I changed the quantity to 2. As for this, sim 2 mini full port, I created this. This is how many ticks I go for to get $2,000. Risk 2,000 to make 2,000. TP only. I changed this just in case, but that's not needed. I check, double check it's the correct account. It is the correct account. Yeah, and then do this. Tails. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? Like, okay, it pushes hard now, but this is what I got. The TP would be right at the low. That's kind of nice. So it's either I'm completely incorrect or I'm actually correct. Jan, you should rewind. Please rewind like a couple minutes. You need to see this. Like, rewind a couple minutes. I was talking about like top step again. You have to see this because I'm not gonna repeat myself. And good morning as well, Jan. Unless you're busy, of course, then don't mind me. Is Lucid the easiest firm to get a payout running this currently? With 25k eval, yes. Yes, because it's the easiest one to pass. But if you want to go with 50k, I mean, MFU is just as easy as Lucid, but Lucid has 90% split. But I would say yes, Lucid definitely. Even Lucid 50k flex is nice too. It's really nice. Yeah. Wafa, you're always here. That's crazy. How did you feel about the game yesterday, Wafa? Good morning, Anubis. Greetings. Yeah, MMQS, it's just horrible. I'm telling you. Lucid can move you live the first payout as well. Yes, they can, but they probably won't. At least not if you don't have a lot of payouts. I mean, I did a post about this. When was I moved live? Because who else? I'm not sure who else has actually done this kind of transparency when it comes to like moving live. But I tracked everything. Watch this. And it's just not to be transparent necessarily, but like more so just because it's interesting. So here we go. And this is, by the way, as I went live with 5 accounts, I think, or was it 4? Yeah, it was 4 accounts, I think. Yes, 4 accounts. With Lucid, if you go live the first time, if you clear the buffer, so to speak, in live, you get a bonus. So 50k account, you full port it 1-to-1. You make 2,000. Well, you get a bonus of 2,000. So out of 4 accounts, 2 blew up and 2 hit, which is expected. But I also got the bonus. You see this 1,800 here? That's a bonus. Okay, so that's a bonus. That's a bonus. And then this was the profit I actually made. So I made, well, whatever this is in total, 7,600 just from getting moved live in one day. So it's not always bad, but look at this. This is what I want to show. Let me see this. How is this doing? So right now we are a little bit in profit, but we are not taking profits here. My only concern is this was kind of a strong push, right? It's pre-impulsive, so this could be like a breaker, and this could be a higher low somewhere here and then go, but it's not part of the challenge. So we're not caring about that. When was I moved live? My lifetime stats for Lucid. Gross payouts, $54,611. That's how much I took in payouts for Lucid before I was moved live. 32 payouts, total spend 22,000, and net profit 31,000. ROI before tax 141%. And I did this in a little less than half a year. But then I didn't run this entire thing from December. I think I started hard like in January or something. But I needed a little over $50,000 to get moved live. And these are the payouts. I was making coffee, but I heard the flop step stuff. That company joke. The fact that people can, it's unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. It's up to your luck. Yeah, but Anubis, they're not gonna move you live unless you're super profitable. So, and meaning super profitable is you're like making them lose money properly. So it's not something I would worry too much about, because it takes time to get there, right? You need to also take the payouts. But well, not too crazy MNQs, but they're better than what I have at Tradify. Because at Tradify, I don't know what my net spend is, but I think it's higher than at Lucid, and I only have 29,000 at Tradify in lifetime payouts. So Magnus V1 to Magnus V2. Yeah. I kind of would have preferred to get a long, to be honest, than a coin flip, but rules are rules. At least I'm hoping we get some action. I had fun that God was complaining that because he's running a simulation of this, and he was complaining it's so slow in the full ports, and I agree. With current volatility, But at least it moved a little bit here. I mean, this was just terrible. So... And again, if I log in, I can show you what it looks like when I log into Lucid from someone who full ported their live. What is my password? Maybe this? Looks like it. So when I log in to Lucid, this is what the first thing I get. So I log in, the first thing that pops up is this. Right. So I'm restricted to the max. And you see how the price of the 50k is 180. And the consistency is 40, meaning it's actually, if this was 50%, it would be more expensive. So they made it more difficult to pass. It's now a Tradify type of eval. But imagine the price is 180. You're gonna have negative expectancy on the first payout, essentially. And it would be like a live move. Maybe we could do math on it as well, whether it's worth it. I'm more so looking at this one, because this is looking pretty interesting. The fact that it's... Hold on. No, this still has to be better, because this is $110 for 1,000. This is 180 for 2,000. This has to be the most profitable one then. But you see how the price is 180. This is what the price for a single eval should be in general. If it was fair, like across the space, just for a sim. That's why they have this price. Waffle, you're proud of your natural team. I mean, you should be. They did a phenomenal job. It was a great tournament by you. Or World Cup. Not just so, but I was on the wrong side. 0-2 today in full pause. Yeah, but don't let it get to... Like, it's just... Let it run. Let the entire sequence run and then see what the result is. That's why you're doing it, right? Where are the rest of the plans? Well, I'm not allowed to buy them. I mean, that's all I have. I pressed add account, this is all I get. Like, it is... Because I'm restricted, I'm banned, essentially. I can only use these. And after I get this, after I pass this eval, that's a live account. So I go, Lucid Live is not that bad. I mean, it's the same as Sim. I get a end of day trailing drawdown. I already claimed the bonus. I get no benefits from it. In fact, I get worse fills. Hello, Queen. Good morning. So, like, I wonder, okay, what is the price for a 50k? Or, like, is it profitable to do? How do I make it so that we can get what it's running there? $180. Let's do quick math. $180 to pass 40% consistency. We already know that it's roughly 1.4. Okay, 1.4, 25% to pass. So the price to pass would be this. To go live, essentially, it's no longer to pass, it's to go live. So the price to pass is the same as price to go live. So $720 to go live with a single account. Now, if I full port the live account, full port, that's a 50-50, right? Either I blow or I make 2,000. And then, in order to hit the flip, actually hold on, because they don't have flip days. I've never done the math on this. This is interesting. So it's a 50% chance. Either is that true, or is it gonna be the buffer? I don't think if they have buffer in live. I'm not sure if they do. If this is withdrawable, then either I lose 720 or I get to the payout, which in this case the payout, it's 90%, I think. So you make 2,000. I'm not sure if they have a buffer of 100 or if the entire thing is a buffer, but 90% split with 1,800. Wait, can I withdraw the entire? How does it work? Can I withdraw the entire buffer, like 2,000, or is it just the 1,100? 1,800. I have no idea how it works, to be honest. It's difficult to compute when you don't know, but this might actually be profitable still. I've never just thought of it. Well, I'm not sure if they crank up the prices even more if you keep blowing live accounts. I have no idea what the live rules are, unfortunately. I need to check it. For Argentina. I'll just do it today then. The keyword. What happens if every firm moves you to live? I don't think that happens, like... Because I'm gonna blow the account before the other gets live, so... And I doubt they're gonna target ban me like that. You know. But I'll tell you... I'm sure... I don't think my post or anything on this experiment has got too much attention. I know some people are doing it now. But I tell you, they don't want this thing to spread. Because that they have to change the plan and the prices. And that's the most popular plan in this space. I'm telling you right now. So how does the Lucid Live work? Lucid Live. One live account, 0 starting balance. End of the drawdown, no DLL. Live bonus, I've taken that. Locking the live ML. If a trader requests a live before, yeah, but that's not a case because I would pass it. Cooldown, YOLO behavior. That's me. I literally can't see. Like, can I withdraw the entire balance? Because let's say I could withdraw the entire 2000, then that would be kind of nuts, because I would be paying 720 expected to withdraw 1800 at a 2-to-1 ratio. Which again, if it costs me 720, and either I get paid, well, you gotta take this minus 720, and that would actually be a positive expectancy of a few hundred. So it would be 1080 if I can take the entire buffer at a 90% split. So either I make 1080 or I lose 720 in that case, because the cost of passing is this much. And then the only thing that determines is the first full port, and immediately take everything out. Because if this is the case, then it's actually profitable to full port the Lucid. And then you already know who's gonna make use of that. That's me. Truth always how you talk. So with Lucid it's better to go live with 5 accounts, you have more greedy. Yeah, it would be better to have 5 accounts, yeah, because you also get more... I mean, you get separate accounts, but you get the bonus, right? For every single account you hit, if you rotate them, then you get another bonus. So, of course... Okay, we're actually up. It's looking pretty good. So, $1,300 here. But again, it can hold here for a higher low, because this was a higher high. So let's see if this gap is... because it can give a reaction from the very last gap as well. We'll see what it does. Apex has now 90% off with 59. That Lucid thing, I'm gonna look into it for sure. I just don't want to, look into it here. I need to ask the bot, because they have a bot, right? I need to check with it, because if it's profitable, then well, I don't know if they have a limit on how many Lucid max accounts you can have. That would change things too. Like Top Step, for example, you're restricted to 10 accounts per month and 2 resets per day, but 10 accounts. When I did it, and when I was running it, it was definitely a constraint. Because when I was running it, I wanted more accounts. And the more I would have, the better. But they restrict you to 10 accounts per month. So Apex is 90% off with 59% activation. Yeah, but that's for actual trading then. And the thing is, like, going with 20 accounts with Apex doesn't make any sense, because if you actually make money, they'll move you live then. If you go 1 account, sure, you might get away with it and even get all the payouts. It's possible. Let me move the money. No, you're not doing that. I mean, Jan, he actually has cash enough to do something. You're not doing some so stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that, because Jan actually trades live. You're not placing buy orders, no? That's funny. You better help me in that case. That's funny. Yeah, you see how it held the gap. This is Jan buying. Just to piss me off. A dickhead. So Nothing spent on resets today. I actually think I'm not gonna spend anything on resets either. I mean, I did this yesterday too. So who knows what I do off stream with the evals, but given that I have, it depends on this account too. I mean, will it hit profit and stuff, but at some point, because I don't want to have accounts that need to be forfeited if I get moved live. So I need to be careful of that. So far it's holding the final gap for a higher low, but it looks like on the actual chart. I mean, this doesn't look particularly strong necessarily, but who knows? It either hits my TP or it blows me out. I mean, someone can say this is clean, so it could go here too. Who knows? Who knows, right? I still haven't received my the alpha live accounts. I'm supposed to receive them as well, but not yet. It was actually my fault because I put the address in wrong, so Ninja Trader rejected the application. I might have already had them. Maybe I get them today, which I actually am gonna trade slowly on, because I just get paid every month if I do that, like the salary. So what I've done today is this evos got torched. This one, you see how I changed the tick down on this one? Because I said I had $50 when I passed like excess. It seems that it actually works. So I still have like excess 30. So you can actually move one tick lower or one tick less on the final full pot, but it doesn't really change much, but you can. I torched these two. I passed two as well. This one is not activated, I'll do it right now. And this one is running right now. So I'm gonna activate one of them. There we go. Woo! I passed. Alright. It's not really an achievement when you do it like my way, but... So now this is gonna be the fresh one. You're still waiting for those lives, damn slow. Yeah, well, I think they forgot about me for like a week until I messaged the rest team. And then, because I had the live call, and I think the live call was with a person, because they have either 80-20 split or 60-40 split with salary. And I won the salary because I had an excess 28,000, right? And I get 14,000 paid over a year every single month. Well, not 14,000 every single month, but 1,000, the increments. So the guy they scheduled me with was the Incorrect guy. I think they scheduled me with someone for the 80-20 split, the interview, and then I don't know, nothing happened for a week until I messaged this team, and then they got very quick with it. What do you want? Alpha Prime, which is the 60-40 split. Okay, fill this in. Okay, quick responses, very quick. But then I filled it, but I also filled it incorrectly because Ninja rejected my address. So I had to resend it. But yeah, they might have forgotten about me for a week. But, or maybe they just have a lot to work on. I'm not sure. Either way, I haven't really been in a rush to trade them, but it would be nice. But the contract is at least written, so I think I have the dates when I get paid the salary too now. But be careful, Magnus, if people see the same profit amount, they're gonna say it's fake. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like, I actually have people saying that, oh, how are you taking the same profit, 158 every single day? 158, 158, this has to be fake. Right. I actually have people saying that. Like, you see this? You see how this is 16.96, 16.96, and then there are people saying, like, almost like they want to expose me or something. Yeah, I call you out on your bullshit. How come you have so many trades that closed exactly at 208.48? When you have slippage, it's not possible to close exactly the same. I'm getting called out. Happens every now and then, it's funny. What else? There's another one too. I remember the GIF I have for it, but I don't know where it is. Let me see. Here we go. Your ability to make exactly 153.60 for 11 straight days trading is harder to achieve than simultaneously hitting the Powerball, getting run over by a bus, and being struck by lightning. Well, I guess we are doing some magical things here on the stream then. Yeah. But truthfully, if there's anything you should take away from these streams is that the way you risk is what matters the most. The way you size. I don't advocate for like the exact method I do. I'm just showing that it's possible and you don't need a trading edge for it. The point is that the way you risk truly matters, whether you get paid in prop firms or not. And I've gone over the math as well, and you know, you can always study those and like crunch numbers yourself if you want to. Okay, well, what if I risk 500 and stuff? And again, if you put the input into something like Claude or ChatGPT, it can help you. For example, what if I risk $500 with this method, or $1,000, and then I lose that, and then try to recover the 1,000 next day? Like, how does this change the probabilities? And Claude can help you with that, ChatGPT as well, but it needs to understand the main idea, the main math first. If it can do that, then it can help you. So you don't even need to be a math genius for it or anything. I'm quite new to the prop firm game. Would you recommend beginners to run this till we get a ban or move to live? Well, I can't recommend anyone to do it, right? But if you're gonna run prop firms, you probably should do Lucid 25Ks. And however you do it, that's up to you. You know, I'm just showing you what's possible even if you don't have an edge. I sent you my calculations. Oh right, I should check it. The Excel sheet. I need to check it. I'll check it right after stream. Is there any mean amount to be made for the monthly salary in the Alpha Live? So it's let's say I had like $50,000 in excess sim profits when we moved live. 50% of that would be my salary for a year, paid monthly. But I didn't have that much. I had 28,000. So 14,000 will be paid over a year. But minimum amount, I'm not sure. I don't think that is. But at some point, like if you get paid $50 every month, like maybe the 80-20 split is better for you, most likely. For me, I look at the 20% difference. Well, in order for me, for the 20% has to be like $1,000 then, and I have $8,000 to work with. So I was looking at it. It's not realistic for me. I'm expecting to make more through the salary than through the extra 20% split. So that's how I look at it. Oh, Jan pissed out already. Jim and Dog. Yeah, thank you. There are so many fake people around, however, people always accuse the real ones only. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny, but that's just how things go. It's stalling. It would be nice to hit TP here. Would be a little bit sucky if this one reverses here before, but again, nothing is won when it's at this point. Nothing is also lost. It's just running. This hasn't played out yet. Imagine it's like a coin flipping in perpetuity. Just flipping, it's spinning still. It's spinning still. We don't know how it's gonna like land. If it's gonna be a win or loss. It's just spinning. Only when it hits take profit or liquidates me, then we know, okay, maybe I won the flip, or then I won the flip. Not maybe, then I actually won. Like definitely know it. I wonder if you can withdraw the buffer on the max live. Because, and if they have a limit, max accounts, what does that mean? Consecutive robot. I think that's consecutive. Because then I think it's time to start full parting some maxes. We'll see. Which is stupid if they did that if there's actually positive expected value in full porting live account, then that's very stupid by Lucid. It doesn't make any sense. Because then they'll lose even more. At least like pump up the prices enough for me not to do it in that case. I encourage you to participate in giveaways. There's nothing bad about having a free account. I told them from a burner account. Yeah, I see. But some people they enter. You're talking about like X giveaways and stuff. Cool, Maya. Hello. Good morning, I think. Right. So it's still holding the gap. Like I said, it makes a lot of sense to hold a little because this was a clear higher high. At least I think. I mean, sure, you could say this is a high, this is a high, but like the way it pushed, you see this is like this took 2 minutes, this took 6 minutes. So there's clear momentum in it. So it's like a separate leg almost. But we'll see what happens. Next giveaway is like share tag, 3 friends. I win like 2 giveaways each month per party. That's good. Damn. That's not bad. I didn't know you can win them that often. Like when I get the smart points as well for all these purchases, I'm probably gonna give away an account here as well. But of course I'll ensure that it's only people who have been around or are actually around at that point. You know, I'll just ask everyone to like put a 1, not now, and then I see who's in the chat, and then I can do a raffle based on it. Raffle, not a raffle. How many prop fund accounts you have? I have 4 live accounts with alpha, and then all of these. So however many these are. So it's me basically winning your giveaway. I guess depends if I don't have any other chatters, then I guess so. But that's gonna be then later. And it's just because, like, again, the way I do is I use the code SMART, and I'm not affiliated with them, but it's the only code that would give me a kickback apart from like the lab or something. They also have the same thing. 6% kickback is better than nothing, than using it on your favorite affiliate, in my opinion. Especially because you can redeem a free account pretty much with the points if you get a payout, which is huge if you're running multiple firms and multiple accounts, because you can get so many free accounts then every month. Over time it really does make a difference. But for the sake of this challenge, I don't need the extra account, so whatever. Yeah, quite the range here. It would be a little bit sad if it pushes back up, because then, you know, it's gonna take a long time, right? Yo, Cheesy Balls, what's poppin'? Finally done giving training. Giving training, what does that mean? Greetings. Good morning, right? It's morning in Germany. 1 hour less than me. 10:39 a.m. Looks like it wants to go back to break even, which is kind of expected, but it's fine. The only thing is it takes a long time then, which is a little annoying. But you see how, like, this is... I'm not necessarily saying you need to place a trade at 3 a.m. or at New York Open when I said the 3 times. More so during around that time frame. It could be 4 a.m. too, or something, or 10 a.m. But it's like those 3 specific times is when you can expect one account to hit. So this one could potentially be running all the way until New York, worst case. But it's probably gonna hit before New York opening bell, or worst case at the New York opening bell, and I should be able to place another trade and hit that one too. But at 50 points, I mean, that's gonna get hit. Never mind. Now that we know how you clear the buffer and the coin flip, would you recommend New York Sessions Volatility to do 2 minis and clear the buffer, or downsize to 1 mini and wait for 50 points? But if you do 1 mini and 50 points, that's $1,000, Pedro. what account are we talking about here? 50k, or? So New York is great. If you only go for 50 points, I mean, you know how New York moves. You should definitely be able to get like 50 points in it. I meant 100 points, sorry. Yeah. If you can, look, for full post, it's not going to hit 50 points in 10 seconds, right? On Tradify. If it's any other firm, you don't even need to worry about it. So definitely, I would use max size for the full post every single time. New York, you just hit them quicker. But you just don't... 50 points is easy to hit. But if you're going for more, then, you know, I wouldn't place a trade until like one time at New York Open and that's it. I wouldn't place another one after that. If you go 50 points, I mean, you're going to get 50 points moves here and there, especially in today's volatility during New York. So, yeah, I would use max size is the short answer every time. When it comes to full post, there's no reason not to do it. The only time I downsize is when I go for flip days. Now, if you do flip during New York, you're probably gonna hit it within 10 seconds. So it's almost like you have to flip before New York Open. Because you do one mini, it's gonna hit $150 like that. Okay, you can do micros, but for me, it's always been easier to just think I just wanna do minis, and the commission is less too. And I literally just only do minis in prop firms, always. If I trade a personal or something, I would only do micros. Good to hear, cheesy balls. Like instructing users who start in a company use the software. Oh, right, I see. Great to hear, a wonderful day too. I'm strongly considering full porting during New York AM session. Yeah, I mean, you can try it. Because 50 points during New York is something similar to 15 points during the London or even faster. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's just when I used to go... Because I remember one other thing is the reason I say those 3 times during the day is because I used to do... This is more specific. When 6 p.m. Globex Open, I used to put one trade on. Okay, I tried to make $2,000. Some firms, they don't have 2 minis for you to use. You can actually use only 1 mini. But let's say you can use 2 minis. Then I would make 2,000 on 50 points. But that would not be enough for me. So when I woke up in London, usually this had hit. So what I would do is I would risk the entire 2,000 plus the balance, because this is still day 1 on me. I would risk the 4,000 to make another 4,000. Which means that if it hit, that's 2 coin flips in a row. If this one hits, it's only 1 coin flip less or more. Which means I would hit $6,000 on one account day 1. Which is just insane ROI. But now, there are a lot of payout caps and stuff. I mean, Tradify is like 3,000, right? Lucid, it's 4,000. Meaning... No, 2,000 I mean. Meaning, if you request 4,000, you get 2,000. That's on Lucid. If you, on Tradify, you can request 6,000, you get 3,000. And so on. So the payout caps are kind of been nerfed across the space, so it's not really as viable as it once used to be, but that was insane. That's what we used to do. On Top Step, for example. Alpha, I think you can do it, maybe? I mean, they nerfed the payout caps, but... Let me see. That's not correct. Yeah, so it's the same as Lucid now, so... Tradify is actually the biggest then when it comes to that. So that's why I say those times, because I needed the movement. Because now when you go for $4,000, right? $4,000 with 2 minis, because it's not gonna update until end of day. The contract limit you can use divided by 40. That's another 100 points. So it's no longer 50 points. But yeah, it would make a lot of sense. And the thing is, the reason I also do it is I want to do the actual like action on stream if I can. But I mean, looking at this, I mean, this is either gonna hit my liquidation or TP. Probably not looking like it because it's reversing. Probably not during the stream. But if it hits before New York Open, I might just send this one too. Right, somewhere you're at New York Open. Either I torch it or not, I don't know. And then these evals will probably also push. I mean, look at this, because I have this account, 52, this account. Probably record the entire session too. If I can pass these today, then I can full port them today on stream as well. And again, yesterday's session it's in the link below. It's unlisted video, just in case anyone tries to tell me like, oh, you're actually trading, you're not coin flipping it using off stream or something. Usually it's just evals, but again, I also want to progress this. And yeah, I mean, I'm doing a little bit of this and that, and on stream I've done a lot. I started with doing evals, then I started showing how I do full post, and now I still do flips every single day. So I've shown pretty much everything already. Now it's just process of running this, and then, you know, running towards TP, or towards payout, I mean. And then actually proving that I make money in the end. And maybe if we're lucky, but I'm unlucky, I'll go live as well. And then we full port the live account. Like, put the DLL or consistency in the live account and I'm not full porting it. So I would do something else then. Like, you could go with ultra low risk reward, for example, and then take a base hit, take a payout every single day. It depends on if they have buffer and stuff. What's the funders that have 150 plus stop loss trades? Those are flip days, so those are accounts with a clear buffer before. They are these, right? So those are just taking the winning days, clocking them in because I need 5 to take a payout. That's what they are. Apart from this one, that's a full port, but it reversed before TP because it held this gap. How long will this trade run? Yeah, but you know, I mean, how long have we been here? Well, like, it's 35 minutes or something, but it's a full port as well, and it's during London. If it's a bad London session, it's gonna take a while, right? I mean, I was sitting in New York, pre-New York, like 9 a.m. to 9:30. It was the exact same, if not worse even, than right now. So it just happens sometimes. 6k day one is a mogul level. Yeah, I mean, I would like to do it, but the payout caps kind of discourage you. It would be hard to lose that drawdown even flip. You'd think, but it's very often you go into drawdown with like $6,000, like $4,000 or $5,000 drawdown, and then it reverses and bails you out. Very often, you would think like it's hard, but it does happen. It's just math. You can do the math on what the probability is, and that's gonna follow it. But it does go into drawdown a lot, and if you watch the drawdown and you're like minus $5,000, it's gonna mess with you. But it still hasn't played out yet. Same way this trade hadn't played out, and it still hasn't. We don't know what's gonna happen with it. So it's just the same probability, 50%. Right? The real-time probability is, of course, it's changing, because the more in profit I am, the higher the probability it's gonna hit my profit, because I get more drawdown as well. But if it goes in the negative, then the lesser probability to hit. So the live real-time probability is lesser. But this specific is still running. This is just noise. The coin is still spinning. Second is over, right? Yeah. So, Funded God, tell me, what are your thoughts? You're gonna try full porting in New York with the sim accounts, or the simulation, or what's the plan here? And how many do you have left and stuff? I know you hit 0 or 2. I just want to say thanks for sharing this information. Even a 2k payout per month is life-changing for me. You're welcome. But again, nothing is financial advice. But I'm showing you don't even need an edge in props. Your stream is productive today. Well, I'm not sure if it's very productive. I mean, we've been stuck in this for quite a long time of the stream. I mean, I took a few flips. Many of them were in drawdown. And then evals, I torched a few, passed a few. I had 8 accounts out of 20 alive, but you full ported them or you flipped them, or what happened? I will only run full post here in New York, as I have 1 account that I will still need 1,000 in eval, right? Yeah, you see Funded God, exactly Punish Your Bomb. That's only for entertainment purposes. Funded God, you see that it's the entire sequence is is what matters. You can get lucky at some point and you can get unlucky at some point. 4 lost and full ports. Did the other 4 win, or it was just a bunch of losses then? Because again, we did the math on that, and if you have 29% chance of passing the eval, or whatever it is, 20 accounts, you should pass 5.8. And then you have, in order to both hit the full port and the flips, that's at 37.5. So 50% times 75% roughly. So you could expect to get a payout on 2 of the accounts. Right. And that's if you buy 20 evals. So 20 evals, the cost of that is like what? 2,000? And then we get a payout on 2 of the accounts. If you get a payout on 2 of the accounts, your payout amount would be this, because it's 2,600 times half, times 50%. That's 1,300. 90% split is this. So you get down 2 accounts. So you would be in profit by $300, plus you would have balance left to keep flipping on. But of course, the more iterations you run, that all stacks. Right? But that's on 20 accounts, not counting resets or anything. But yeah. So like if I would be doing this with no funds whatsoever, or well, very little, I would go with Lucid 25k. I would trade my system. I would not blindly coin flip. I would trade my system. Now, of course, if you think you have a worse win rate than a coin flip, then that's different, and coin flip is just the better strategy, right? But I know I have an edge if I trade a specific way. So I would take, because I backtested it. But even so, I would trade my own system, but I would risk the exact same way I do right now. Now, depending on how desperate I would be, I would maybe even go for a smaller day 1 full port or something. Like, it depends. You would have to crunch the math on that. But, you know, that's what I would do. Math is roughly around 11% from my calculation to get a payout doing this method. Sounds about right, maybe. But again, Tradify is the hardest one too. You're going with the hardest eval too. The 40% is pretty difficult. Alright, the 50% are much easier, because you can also activate the same day you pass them, which is day 2. So this trade, it does look like it had an impulsive leg, and it did hold the gap for a higher low, which is, you know, it's kind of expected, right? I did talk about it earlier. It just did almost perfectly fill. This is like even better when it doesn't fit it perfect, but again, this is CFD chart. Maybe it did on the NQ. Did it? Yeah, so it didn't even manage to fill the entire thing, but so that's actually showing strength. But again, it hasn't played out. We don't know what's gonna happen. And in fact, if I would look at this now, in my opinion, this is a bearish trend, because it closed below this. This was support for me. So for me, it has closed below support. The final low, body low before the high. And this should hold if it's an uptrend. Of course, it can reverse back again. But that's the very simple way I look at market structure. So that, in that sense, I'm not like unhappy with the short. But again, this just for the challenge, like whatever happens, happens. What does the theoretical ceiling mean? Theoretical ceiling, like theoretical computed ceiling or something, because you can get super lucky. Technically, you can go on a streak where you never lose, too. I mean, the ND guy did it. This 5 accounts, he batched them. Evals, he didn't lose once on the 3 flip days, or the 3 days. And he hit these, and I can tell you that he is now, what is this? I think he's 3 flip days in, and he has taken them individually, all accounts, and he hasn't lost one of them yet, because he's flipping, same way I am. So, I mean, he got insanely lucky, right? So you can get the potential is there to make more as well. Streak where I never lose would be optimal. I mean, stick around long enough, and it's gonna happen, right? But at the same way, you're also gonna get streaks where you only lose. So, Gemini device 0 drift theoretical ceiling. That is if you have 0 edge, 0 luck. Okay. So that's exactly at 50%. Just because it's 40% consistency level. Yeah. Seems about right. I'll have to check the sheet you sent me. I completely forgot. It's, because for me, local time, when we end the stream, it's very late, and usually I'm in a rush to do something because before the day ends, and especially now because I can't be awake the entire night either because I need to wake up for this and to make money. Which is ironic to say because this week I'm down, right? But it's always like that. I've seen this many times before. I'm not worried. Yeah, it does go the other way around as well. So what I'm thinking is this is not moving. I don't know what's gonna happen between this and New York Open, but if this hits before New York Open, then I'm probably gonna send this account as well off stream, because if that hit as well, or well, even if it doesn't hit, but let's say it would hit, then I could flip it tomorrow, which is less time spent. I don't know if I'm gonna reset these. If I do, I'm gonna update the sheet. But I think I will try to hit these as well, so I'll coin flip this as well. Specifically these 52, 52, 52, because if I hit them, that means I can full part tomorrow on stream, which is much more interesting than running earballs. So I'm at this point I'm saying like I've done everything, a little bit of everything on stream, and at this point I'm just doing part of it on stream, and whatever I don't have time to do on stream, I'll just finish besides, but I will still document everything as if like everything transparently. There's no reason not to. Right. On Monday. What does that mean? Oh yeah, true, because today is Friday. You are absolutely correct. My hopes were that when they told me that the CME would be open even on weekends, my hope was that I could also flip during the weekend, but so far the market's still closed, so I'm not sure what they're planning on. I think Bitcoin CME is actually, they don't have CME caps anymore. Like you look at Bitcoin CME, Tuesday, Friday, but it just doesn't move. So it's 16. I think it's right there. That's when it ends. Yeah. So you see how it's also moving Saturday now. This is what's likely coming for Nasdaq as well. So Bitcoin, this is 1 hour chart. The CME, this is CME, not just Bitcoin on some crypto exchange. Closes here, but you see how the CME, it still moves. It's not a lot, and it definitely isn't liquid, but it does move. And then this is the open here. But most of the time you'll probably just open and fill this in wherever it closed anyway. That's probably what Nasdaq's also gonna do. But you will have times where something happens in the weekend and just spikes, right? It will come and it won't return. But again, like if this would be Nasdaq, I probably wouldn't want to flip this anyway. I mean, there's no liquidity. Spread is probably like enter here, you probably get a fill here or something. So, yeah, I think that's the plan, and I think I will most likely be able to record it as well. It's New York, so you should hit pretty quick. Yesterday's recording was like 1 hour long, but I don't think anyone's necessarily studying it, and if they are, they're skimming through. It's more so there so I can say that everything is on record as well. But that said, I don't think much is happening here, so as usual, I'm probably gonna round off the stream right about here. Nothing has been spent today, at least so far. I don't know if I will reset this. At this point I have so many accounts, I'm not sure I want to, so I don't think I will. But I can't promise I won't. If I do, then I'll update it here. But it doesn't seem very logical. And then I will... Yeah, like I said, I'll wait for this one to play out, and whenever it hits, I'm probably gonna send the other one if I'm home before New York Open, with a coin flip, everything recorded, And then I'm going to hit the flip on these evals so that we can progress them, and hopefully tomorrow can full port them as well if needed, if I don't have already 5 accounts with buffer clear and so on. We don't know, right? Thank you everyone. MMQS, Funded God, Smoke Trades, Pedro. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate you showing up. WAF as well, as usual, because this is literally what I would do, apart from, instead of yapping in 2 hours and chatting with you, I'll just watch like Twitter or a YouTube video or something. So it's actually exactly what I do. But of course I'm not trading right now. I'm using CoinFlip, but I don't even know, like, do I have an edge when doing it my way? I don't know. I think I have, but it's not actual trading unless I'm oh, that is a good ending. You see that? Wow. Okay. Well, guess what? Before I round this off, I will show you that I also coin flip this, right? So I don't have to worry about it. There's nothing better than that, right? What a way to end. So we get short. Is the correct account? It is. Join ask. And we are short. Not too bad, is it? So now, actually, this account hit to clear the buffer 8752. I actually, before I leave, I have to update this 87. What was it? 87. It looks like the chart doesn't want me to leave. The second I talked about leaving, it was like I should talk about leaving more often. That's when it dropped. Wow. Okay. We do that, and we do that, and that. Oh, what is going on there? There we go. Not too bad. But this one is not doing too well, because this one is bouncing hard. But we will see how this ends up. I'm most likely gonna push the evals then only off stream. I don't think I will full port the sim off stream. I don't think so. Well, no, I don't think so. Only evals in that case off stream. Alright. Thank you everyone. It was a great place to end. Adam, Cheesy, Queen of Trades as well. Anna. Everyone in the chat. So, alright. I will see you around tomorrow. And for those who are around in my Fun Future stream, in the chat, of course. But otherwise, I will see you around tomorrow, and I will do all the updates about what is happening today on X as well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Frequency, Rosanio. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you around. 91, Asartu. Greetings.